WordPress is officially not supporting PHP 5.6 anymore. So you might see a notification in your WordPress dashboard when you log in. So here's in this video we're outlining a quick process that you can do to upgrade your website to WordPress 7.2. So what are the risks in upgrading to PHP 7.2? The risks are that you've got code in your theme files or in your plugin files that is not going to work with PHP 7.2. If the plugins are up to date and they're premium plugins or they're good, reliable plugins that are being used by lots of people, it's probably not going to affect your site at all. They're probably already going to be compatible with PHP 7.2 and 7.3. Now, the main risk comes from your theme files. So if you're using a free theme that is really no longer being updated, there's no new releases happening, and the theme's basically been abandoned, or you don't really know if the theme is going to be up to date or not. You've lost contact with your developers and you've just got no idea. So that's going to be the main risk. The risk there is the theme is going to be using code that's only going to work with a little bit of code that's only going to work with 5.6. So why upgrade? WordPress no longer supports any new security issues found with 5.6. PHP 7.2 and 7.3 are faster and at handling requests, and they also have better security. So to upgrade our website to 7.2, we can't just go ahead and upgrade it without sort of testing to see what errors the theme's going to produce for us. So best thing to do would be to copy the site to a local environment or some other environment that is running PHP 7.2 already. Then we can set the site to output errors to an error log, and then we can view those errors in the error log, fix them, and then upload our fixed files back to the live site. So to set up your local environment, what you'd want to do is you'd want to get this awesome tool from Flywheel. It's called Local by Flywheel, and you can just download it. Choose your platform. I'm on a Mac, so choose Mac, and just fill out all this stuff. And it's great program to have, and I'll show you what it looks like. So you set up sites. So once you've downloaded it and you've opened it up, you'll get an interface like this, and here's all my local environments here. At the moment I'm running one called Vanilla, and so if I were to create a new one, I'll just create a new one here. New, continue, and I usually just choose this one, but I can customize it if I need. But I usually just stick with this one. You can see the default PHP one here is 7.2. We also can select other PHP versions here as well. So just go continue, and I'll call this my password. Username and password will be new, and that email address is fine for these purposes. And so then it creates the new environment, and I get a notification saying it's ready, and then it needs access to my computer. Once it's finished installing, then you'll be able to click this button here to view your site, and you'll get taken to your whatever you called your site .local. Now this is running just default themes and plugins. So you want to import your database and copy your themes and plugins into this address, this location. So this is where your site is, your new install is currently living. in WP content, there's your themes and your plugins. Now the database can be accessed as well. If you go to database here and then we go to add miner is cool. This is very similar to phpMyAdmin. You can import an SQL file here, drop all the existing tables and import from here to get your database running. And then what you want to do is you want to go back to your local files. Actually, I prefer the command line here, so I'm just going to go to local sites and then go to my install, which is new app public, and then I want to open the wp-config file. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we're outputting the errors. So what we can do here is just go so log errors on, display errors on or off. I prefer off. I prefer everything just to go out to the debug log here. So we want WP debug is set to true, debug log is set to true, and there's a little note here that says this will produce a debug log file in the WP content folder. That's the way I like to do it. Debug display is also false, so that's not going to display anything on the screen. It's up to you how you like to debug, but I just like to use the debug log file. So once that's all set up, then I can run my site, go back to my site and output all the errors. Usually I just sort of visit all the pages in the site, or I could run a screaming frog or something like that to sort of crawl the whole site and output all the errors into the debug log file. Then the next step would be just to fix all the errors in the debug log file, and then re-upload all the fixed files back to the live site. So once you've fixed your files locally and you've uploaded them to the live server, now it's time to adjust your PHP setting on your server. So you can do this yourself by, especially if you've got a cPanel or something like that. So most hosts will provide you with a cPanel. So to access your cPanel, you just want to type in your website address, type in / and then cPanel, and then click enter. I don't have a cPanel, so I get a 404. As I mentioned, I don't have a cPanel, so I've accessed a client's cPanel and I've cropped the screen so I don't sort of disclose any usernames or anything like that. So I don't want to give anything away here to any malicious hackers out there. Not that you're a malicious hacker, I'm assuming. So anyway, this video is about logging into cPanel and then upgrading the PHP version. So this is really easy. So most hosts will provide you with cPanel or Plesk or something like that, and then you've got this thing here, software. So you can control the software through your control panel. So in this one here, select PHP version, allows us to adjust the PHP that we're running, and it's really simple. So PHP version here, this one's currently running 7.2, and I can just adjust it to whatever, 7.3 if I need, and then set as current, and that's it. And then I've got some further modules here, which is a bit more advanced. If I need some advanced configuration of my PHP server, then I can enable them here, but chances are you won't need to enable any of these. You just set your version here and you're done.